Hello, Flosstube. Um, Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches. I don't think I said my name last time. This is the second time I'm recording this one. Last time I had to re-record also because I had hit the stop button instead of the pause button. And this time it was because I ran out of time apparently. I don't know if I had done my update for an hour or something, but it dumped it and anyway. So I'm gonna try to hurry through this. Um, uh, Welcome back to my subscribers. Again, my name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and welcome back to my subscribers. Welcome to anybody who's come across it for the first time. Um, Today is Saturday, August 1st, and most people were doing some version of Christmas in July, Jolly July, something like that. Either doing Christmas themed projects or something along those lines, ornaments, whatever. I decided to do for July, for Christmas in July, some things that are Christmas themed, and some things are just gifts that I'm going to give to others for Christmas, with one exception. So I wanted to just sort of recap all the things that I worked on in the month of July. I did two biscornues that I finished that I showed recently, that I don't have handy right here. But other than those two items that were birthday gifts, one for my younger sister on July 15th, and the other one I just finished because I had already finished stitching it. I just had to put together. But it was for my older sister for her birthday, which is coming up in August. So she got an early birthday present. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about what I worked on in July, and one of the projects was this Christmas at Winterberry Cabin. I went just getting into it right away. Christmas at Winterberry Cabin by Brenda Gervais design. So it's a little primitive Christmas village kind of thing. So I showed this last week, and I haven't stitched any more on it, but there's Santa and with his beard and all that. There's still a lot to go on that. That's 32 count, I believe, linen that is tea and or coffee dyed, using and has like a combination of weeks and color and cotton and Gentle Arts colors. And this one is Lindy Stitches, Mother's Heart. Mother's Heart is black and blue, bruised from loving ever true. And I will probably not use the black trim. And this is for my mother for her birthday in August. And she's kind of old fashioned in that, and then she looks at black as sort of like dark and depressing, and she's not really into the black. So since this is like a pink fabric, this is an even weave. And since there are like pink and purple and green like flowers in the design here, as well as these little blue little Quaker things, kind of, there's these purple and pink and green flowers, and so I ordered some velveteen and chenille trim from Lady Dot Creates, which the pattern calls for like black velveteen and black ribbon, but I'll probably do something that kind of matches this color or those flowers rather than the black, just because it would be more appropriate for my mother, I think. Then I also worked on this Teresa Kogut, Santa knows your heart that's true, so he's bringing wool for you. Worked on this one again. I haven't worked on it since last week. I did the outline of his robe here. So forgive me for going through these a little quickly, but I don't want to run out of time again. And then this wolf kit, Bucilla kit. It came with this 14 count white Ada in the kit, of course. And I went ahead and I'm using everything in the kit, including the Ada, but I dyed it. So it looks a little more foresty green. This is apple green is what this one is. This color is. I have a dark green and a apple green, and I don't know if I have another one, but anyway, this is the apple green. So this is the tree on the end, and this is the bottom of this design here. But yeah, so that was one, and that's I think it's gonna be for my brother if I could finish it. It's very confettied. And then this Flamingo kit that I also bought at Hobby Lobby. This one is Design Works, I think is the company. Yeah, Design Works crafts designed by Marianne Savage. And again, I haven't worked on it since last time I showed it to you. So there's the Flamingo itself. And this one also came with white 14 count Ada that I dyed to just make it look more like a sky behind the Flamingo. This is dyed with evening blue, but it's, very light. And then this one is Summer Catch Etching. This was in the summer issue of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is designed by Cecilia Turner of Heart and Hand. So I've started here on the fish, and I haven't worked on it since last time I showed it. So it's this fish, and I dyed this as 28 count even weave that I dyed with a little bit of apple green and some other colors thrown in there to make it this olive, come out this olive color. This the first fish of the 3. And then I had some. I worked a little bit on this tribal owl. I started in the middle, kind of like right around in here somewhere. So I did do a little bit more on this one. Last time I had done, I think, these 2 little things. So sections. Wait, this is upside down, I think. This is upside down. I had done this one and this one, I think, last time. So I did this and this one here. Yeah. So it still doesn't look like much like an owl, but this part out here is the outside of the outer feathers of the owl. This is his stomach. I think that's the middle. I'll have to look at it more closely as I work on it. So then I had a couple of new starts. I had this past week. So I worked on the owl like either last Saturday or Sunday. And then I had forgotten that I had this holiday hoopla design, and I wanted to do it for my niece, but I had to ask my sister, would she like this? Is it something that is, that she would like? And then I started it like 3 times. Because I didn't have this, it calls for this sort of a grayish color, and I didn't have that, and it looks the snowman looks basically white in this picture, but it's not really white. It's called eggshell. It's, I think, color and cotton, but it's this color, which is not quite white. And this is the fabric that I chose first. And if you look at it, it looks like it would show up, but when you do, 1 or 2 threads on there, it really doesn't show up very well on this. This is a 26 count linen, but it's a very loose weave, and you know, I would have had to have used a very low tension to keep from pulling it, you know, pulling the threads. So yeah, so I had stitched one corner snowflake, and I wasn't real happy with the way it looked. This little corner snowflake here, I wasn't real happy with it. So I tried it on this fabric that I showed last time. This a Murano Carré, I think that's what it's called. And I thought, oh, it looked really cute on this plaid fabric. The hat looked really great. This didn't show up very well either. On there, you could kind of see it, but you know, not really well. So so I happen to have a piece of 18 count Aida, which is the same as the 36 count that this calls for, the same size. Those other two are slightly larger. This is 32 count, and the linen was 26 count. So I went ahead and dyed it, that, you know, the blue again, sort of like an outdoor look, you know, in the winter. And so it shows up a little bit better here, I think. And this is the snowman itself, and this is that same eggshell color. But so I did the snowflakes again. This for the third time, this snowflake, and the hat looks really good, you know. And these look like his eyes, but they're not his eyes. They're just rosy cheeks. So his eyes are going in these little tiny squares, or I haven't done them yet. The only problem is right here on his hat is a satin stitch, and if it was on linen, of course, you know, right here it's kind of over one, right in this section. This is all over two, but this section, this little satin stitch is over one. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that here. I might just stitch it, you know, in the holes as it calls for, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to split the Aida every time and make it come out right. But so I'll have to see what I'm going to do with that. But so I started this this week. It was a new start. And then I had another new start because I had put off doing my Prairie Schooler. Well, I didn't do the Santas. I didn't get to those. But I decided that I would do another Blackwork Angel. So I've done this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And I have to do this one, this one, this one, and this one still. So, but I went and redid the etoile on the harp string. So there's Joy, the first one I did. And I accidentally did the stars black. But it's okay because they look really good, I think. They look nice. Different. And then there's the sheep. And there's the harp strings. And they were done with one strand of etoile. But I like they're a little bit easier to see with a doubled strand there. And then there's the one with the doves. And so here is my new start, which is Love. And she's going to be playing the lute. That's she has it in her hand there, and it goes across there. And then there's a banner up here with the word Love, and then her dress. And there's a little angel needleminder from my viewer Sharon. So when I was doing the holiday hoopla, looking for that fabric, I had dyed that one fabric, and I had made like a cup or so of the blue dye because I wanted to sort of make it very light and, you know, on that fabric. And then but I had a bunch of it left over, so I just added some other colors, some purple and wine, I think, and it came up with this very dark pink, I don't know, wine color. The wine basically kind of obliterated any blues or purples in there. I don't know. Well, I think if it was wine by itself, it might have been a different color. But anyway, so I don't have any immediate plans for it. But this is 28 count Lugana. And then the other day, Naomi, are you watching? There's a chicken for you. We had seen these chickens earlier at Target, in their little dollar spot, whatever. But they only had one that was speckled like this, and it was kind of schmutzy. It had some stains on it or something. But they had more the other day, so I went ahead and bought this chicken. Because it doesn't have schmutzy stains on it. And then the other day we were at at Joann's for something else, and so I bought these. I think I thought they were color variations, but I think I don't know if they are or if they're colorless. I don't know what the difference is, except for they have a different kind of style of label on them. This is a long plastic label as opposed to the two separate ones. So I'll have to look to see what I actually bought. And then I bought another piece of Monaco Lugana, 28 count Lugana. So I have like three pieces that I have to dye that are just white. They don't have any specific projects that they go with. But I also bought these. Hold on a second. They're adornments for that you would use for something else, like if you were making, I don't know, whatever, some kind of thing. They're not specifically for what I'm going to use them for is needle minders. But they're by Jim Holt's Ideology, and I found them. I don't know where I found them in, like, I don't know, some other section. but there's this butterfly. They're all butterflies. This one. They're slightly concave on the back, but I think you can glue a magnet to them easily enough. This one. Now, I don't know if they're all the same or maybe there's 6 of them or something. I think they're slightly different. But so those, and then these chunky turquoise-ish, not real turquoise, beads. I think I'm going to make these needle minders also. They're a little bit on the big side for, scissor fobs. They're kind of heavy, but they would make good needle minders in the sense that they're just different, but they're a little bit hard to find. They don't have a flat surface on them as much, so I'm not sure. I might do some of it as needle minders and do something else. I don't know, but you wouldn't be able to stick a needle on top of them. I don't think. I think they're too thick for that. You'd have to put it like on the back, which is most of where I put mine anyway, just because I feel a little more secure. Like this one, the needle's on the back here. And so most of mine I stick the needle on the magnet directly on the back. So, but we'll see. I don't know how those will go. And the other thing, those will be in the Etsy shop, the butterflies, and if I make needle minders out of these, those will be in the Etsy shop. 3 Sisters Creative. I'll link that down below. But also in there, I made a big jumble of this because, like I said, I did this video once before, and then it hit the time limit and winked out on me. So these three, I had shown these before, two of them before. They have there's the one with the little planet, and the one with a little rocket, and here's one with a spaceman. I think, yeah, a little astronaut. And so these are all on these multicolored beads. And then there's some on these slightly smaller oval kind of beads. If I can grab all these. There. And down at the bottom, there's one of them has another astronaut, a little sort of a bluish greenish. I can't get him to turn around here. There he is, a little spaceman, alien astronaut. I don't know whatever he is. Yeah. And the other ones, there's one that just has a. If I get my big hand out of the way, one just has a little drop, and one that has a moon. And then the other one has a star. But they're all in these other sort of oval, oblong kind of beads. And then there's some made with these turquoise looking beads. Again, they're not real turquoise, they're just turquoise looking, colored, whatever you want to call them. And these three have smaller pendant things on them. Well, no, they don't. Two. There. These two. Uh-oh. Something came off. Uh-oh. One of these came off. I said fix it. Oh, yeah, this one here. This one with a feather. And this one has... just a little triangle there, and the turquoise and silver beads on them. And then some with the larger pendants, and these are also turquoise and silver beads. Yeah, there. Turquoise and silver beads. This one here has just an oval pendant thing on them. And then, oh, I dropped one. This one has an eagle with a coral and turquoise things on them, stones on them. This one has a heart. And this one has a cross. Very southwestern looking. Those are also will be either are now or will be soon in the in the Etsy shop. 3 Sisters Creative. That's the number 3 Sisters Creative. So I think that's all. This is a much shorter version of my update. I don't think I left anything out. For the month of August now, since it's already August. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be working on. I want to finish that Blackwork Angel because I'm on a tear now. I want to finish it, and the Holiday Hoopla because the Holiday Hoopla is very small and I should be able to knock it out quickly. But I want to do Mother's Heart very soon because A, my mother's birthday is coming up on the 18th, and B, she's going in for surgery actually on the 7th. She's having I think I mentioned it last time, a pacemaker procedure, and it's a little bit scary, but that she's going to be in the hospital during this time of the pandemic and all that. But she, the doctor wanted to do it sooner rather than later, So anyway, if I can finish it by the 7th, I don't know if I'll be able to fully finish it by then. But if certainly by her birthday. So I think that's it. And that, all the stuff I did in July, and going forward, just whatever I want to finish quickly. And I think I have a few other things. I haven't started Pandemic yet. I have the pattern, and I have a lot of flosses for it, and I just haven't decided. I had different colors, and so I have to sit down and plan it out. That's kind of the way I am. I have to sit down and decide, well, I'm going to do this color and this color. And so I haven't done that yet. And I have a bunch of needle minders I want to make. I have a bunch of, like, these butterflies, a bunch of stuff. And I just haven't sat down to do it because I keep thinking, well, I should be stitching. And to do the needle minders, I have to sit and do needle minders. I can't stitch at the same time, right? And so I have to sort of decide what I'm going to do when and whatever. So I want to work on the needle minders and get them out there because they're not doing anybody any good sitting here in pieces. I want to do them. So anyway, maybe I'll do that for today. I don't know. But I don't think I missed anything now that I've done this for the second time. Anyway, last time, I didn't realize it until when I was uploading the video, that everything was backwards. So I don't know, I didn't do anything differently as far as I know. So this video might be backwards again. This is my right shoulder. This is my left shoulder. Is it? Yeah. This is my right shoulder. This is my left shoulder. So I don't know how because last time everything was flipped over when I watched the video. But anyway, so we'll see. It doesn't matter if it's backwards. It's just that you can't read the writing on the patterns and whatever. But I don't know. So anyway, I will see you next week, as far as I know. And again, I'm Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.